What up, Winbush here, and I want to give you a sneak peek of what's coming up inside the Cineware plugin when you're bringing projects over from Cinema 4D to Unreal Engine. So in the latest update, we're going to be able to do Pose Morph, which if you're not familiar, it's a way inside Cinema 4D how we can take one mesh and have it transform into another mesh. And so I'm going to show you how we can get this simply set up inside Cinema 4D, and then from there, we're going to drop it into Unreal Engine. So to get started, we're inside of Cinema 4D, and just to reiterate, this is going to work when Cinema 4D 2026.2 comes out, so it's not quite available yet, but it's coming soon. So inside of here, I'm just going to start by creating a cube, and then I'm going to put it onto my display, and we're going to look at the lines, right? Because I want to make like this shape right here transform into like a sphere. So I'm going to come into my attributes window, and I'm going to make it 20 by 20 by 20. And you can see we have all of our polygons and our points right here now. And then I'm just going to hit C on my keyboard, and I'm going to make that into an editable file. And then I'm going to hold down the control key, left click and drag. And that's going to make a second file right here, which is a duplicate of the cube. Now I'm going to turn this into a sphere, and we're going to keep this one as a cube. So I'm just going to rename this one to main, because this is what I want to put my pose morph onto. And then this one, I'm going to name it sphere, because this one is going to be our sphere. Now you might be asking, why didn't I just come in here and just make another sphere? And that's because for this example, I wanted to make sure that our transition was smooth. And so when you do it this way, you're going to have the points automatically aligned to where they need to be. So I'm going to come down here to where you see the bin deformer. I'm going to left click, and then I'm going to come down here to spherify. Left click on that. I'm going to drag it under that cube that I have named the sphere. And you can see now it's starting to turn into a sphere. We just have to take the strength, move it all the way up to 100, and now we have a complete sphere. But you can still see that the polygons are still matching the aspects as they were when they were inside the cube. So if I drag this down, you can already see how this is going to morph from a cube into a sphere. Now I'm going to come up here to my sphere. I'm going to hold down control, left click, and click on that modifier. And then I'm going to right click on this. And then I'm going to come down here to where it says connect objects and delete. So I'm going to left click on that. And now we have our cube and we have our sphere. Now, if I click on my main, which is my cube here, and I'll come here under tags, let me come down here to where we have rigging tags, and then we're going to look for a pose morph, which that's the feature that we want to showcase. So I'm going to left click on this, and down here in the attributes panel, let me actually undock this so we can see a little bit better here. I'm going to bring it towards the middle. But inside of our pose morph, down here under mixing, what works right now is going to be the point to point. So these other ones don't work as of yet. This is going to be the one that we're going to be using. So we're going to left click on points. And then that's going to bring up this tag window right here, in which all we have to do is take our sphere mesh. We're going to left click and drag that into this window. And it's going to add is, do we want to add the sphere as an absolute? We're going to click on yes. Actually, I'm going to make this disappear. So I'm going to come back over here into my objects tab. I'm going to hold down the Alt key and just left click twice. And that's going to make that sphere disappear. And now if I come over here and drag this, now we can see how we can animate this, and we can actually bring this into Unreal Engine. So it's as easy as just coming down here, strength 0. I'm going to hit left click on this, make a keyframe, come down here inside of my timeline, maybe up to like 60, drag this up to 100, make another keyframe. Now if we play this through, and now you can see that we morphed our mesh from a cube into a sphere. So what we're looking at right now, this is inside of Cinema 4D. This is just a quick little scene that I made. I figured you didn't want to watch me go through this step by step, but what you see here is I just copied and pasted those frames that you just saw me do inside the Pose Morph, and then I just have a redshift camera going in and out. I just put an environment in there, and then I put an animation tag on there so that it moves around like it's hovering above this pipe here that you might see from Super Mario Brothers. But if we look further into it, so let me stop this, go back to the beginning. If we look up here, you can see that we have our main right here, which is our initial cube that's transforming into a sphere. You might notice that I have it under a null, and that's because I wanted to put this vibration tag on there so that it hovers around. So if I click on play, you can see how it's hovering here, because I just didn't want it to be stagnant, just to add a little bit more flavor to it. So if I added it to my actual cube here, it didn't translate when I brought it over to Unreal. So I put my cube under a null, and then I put the vibration tag under the null, and everything worked out. Then you might notice as well that I don't have a texture on here, and that's because when I added a texture, and it's just a glitch for right now, so when this comes out, this will probably be fixed, but let me come over here inside of my textures panel. I'm gonna just click and drag it onto there because I have a Goomba that's going to be on there. And so I had this on here, and when I brought this into Unreal, it didn't work. Like, it didn't translate the geometry cache. And so I noticed that whenever I take it off, and just leave it as a gray sphere, no type of textures, but you could leave the UV on there. All the UV information comes over to Unreal, and as long as you have your texture inside of this panel right here, everything will just come over anyway. But like I said, this is just a preview. It's still being worked on, so by the time it comes out, this will all probably be fixed. But now, instead of Unreal Engine 5.7, it's as easy as just importing it like you see me do in the past. So if we come up here to where we have File in the top left-hand corner, left click on this, then I'm going to come down here to where it says Import into Level, left click here. I'm just going to look for the file that I was just showing an example, which I have named Pose Morph _UE. So I'm going to left click on this. This is just a Cinema 4D file. So we're going to click on open. And then when this pops up, I'm just going to put it into my content browser, click OK. And depending on how big your scene is, this might take a minute or two, but this is moving pretty fast here. So once that's done, this is going to pop up with this import scene, in which we're just going to leave this alone. We're going to come down here and click on import. And then this is going to be important right here, where it's asking you to import the geometry cache. Now the Pose Morph, it will come in as a geometry cache. So we want to click on our main right here. That's our cube that we have transforming. I'm going to click on this, and then we'll also click on my null, because that's where I have my vibration tag. Everything else is just going to be left off because I don't have any type of information that I need to bring over. So now I'm going to click on OK. And when this comes up, you can just come down here, just leave everything turned on as you see it. I'm just going to click on dismiss. And then just give us a moment to import. So once it's done importing, you might see some stuff come into the viewport. It's not hit on. That's because we have to look through our redshift camera that we brought over. So I'm going to click on this right here, because this is going to be our level sequence. If I left click on this to open up my level sequence down here in my details panel, I could come down here to my redshift camera. We could look through the redshift camera, and now you can see that we have our scene. And if I click on play, you can see that animations came over from Cinema 4D into Unreal Engine. So now that we saw that everything came over into Unreal, now it's as easy as just coming down here into our folder. We have Pose Morph _UE. That's the Cinema 4D file that I brought over. And if I come down here under materials, you can see that I have my Goomba file, which I could just left click, drag it onto my sphere. And now we see everything there. And then if we wanted to fix the lighting a little bit, because it did bring in the HDR from Cinema 4D through the redshift dome light, as you can see down here. But let's enhance it using the post process volume. So I'm going to come up here to the top left, come down here to visual effects, post process volume, come into my search bar, type in UMB. That's going to turn on infinite extent unbound. And from here, we can start messing with the exposure. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to put up my min EV 100, max EV 100, put these both at 1. And then from here, we could just mess with the composition exposure. And I'm just going to move this up a tad bit until everything looks nice and neat. There you go. And this is just another tip. If you might notice that when you're playing stuff in your viewport, if you see any type of ghosting, if you come over here to where you have like this gear, it looks like a gear from a car, left click on this and come down to your screen percentage. I noticed a lot lately that it doesn't come in at 100%. So all you have to do is click on custom override. And then if you put it at 100, now when you play it back inside of your viewport, everything should be nice and clean. So this was just a preview of what's to come. I know a lot of people have asked about how you could do Pose Morph from Cinema 4D into Unreal Engine. Previously, you weren't able to do it, but in the next update inside of Cineware, it's going to be there. And definitely let me know down below what features you want to see brought over. And until next time, stay fresh, keep creating, and I'll catch you in that next video. I'll see you soon. Take care.